What is up, everyone? Maze here with another StarCraft 2 1v1 cast. And this 1v1 is going to be between KawaiiRice and TT1. Just looking at this chat exchange here, it looks like both these players are trash talking each other. So it seems like there is a lot of tension between these two players. They might even kind of hate each other. But that's just going to make this game that much more fun to watch. So kind of a grudge match here, so that should be cool. And yeah, KawaiiRice spawning as Terran, TT1 spawning as the Protoss. And this is a really small map, so TT1 might decide to go Reapers, but it doesn't look like he is. He doesn't have that fast gas yet. But this map is especially good for a Reaper rush against Protoss, because what Terran can do is they can build a barracks and then lift it off and land it right around here. And the Protoss won't be able to reach that barracks for a long time because these destructible rocks are in the way, but they just have so much health. They're really not going to get to them early game, so this rush distance is super short for Reapers to go to, but I don't think that's what we are going to see. I think probably TT1, however, is going to prepare for a Reaper rush, as we usually see in PvT. He probably will make an assimilator soon. Yeah, there's the assimilator right now, and then probably followed by a cybernetics core so he can get that fast stalker. KawaiiRice making a barracks and a refinery. I think KawaiiRice is probably going to go Marines and Marauders. That does seem to be kind of a standard build against Protoss if you don't go for a Reaper rush right off the bat. So we're probably going to see M&M for KawaiiRice. I might even like to see a Banshee push. Sometimes if you're able to get Banshees with Cloak against Protoss and throw them off, they won't be able to handle that well. Even if they are kind of Stalker heavy, Banshees are actually pretty strong versus Stalkers. Especially if you have that Cloak upgrade and they don't have an Observer. But I haven't seen very many pros go Banshee, so we're probably not going to see that. But yeah, another barracks being constructed for KawaiiRice, and it looks like a tech lab for KawaiiRice as well, so he's going to start going Marauder soon. Both players scouting each other out. This SEV is checking out this base. He sees there is a cybernetics core, so nothing really crazy going on. But this SEV is probably going to be able to scout around for a little while, at least until that Stalker comes out, so probably for another minute or so. It's really tough for Zealots to catch SEVs unless they run right in front of him like that, but yeah, even then, this SEV is going to be able to run around as much as he wants. It's pretty much a cat and mouse game between the SEV and the Zealot. But he's not really going to be able to catch up to them until the Stalker is going. Yeah, we see the rally point. This guy is definitely gunning for this SEV. Doesn't want him to see what else he's going to be going. Looks like KawaiiRice still pumping out his Marauders and his Marines. This SEV is still running around. It's going to go down to this Stalker fire. And yeah, there goes the SEV. It seems like TT1 is not happy with how much he scouted, so he is going to be going for a little scout harass here. He does have a Stalker, and Stalkers do move at fast speed, so he might even be able to get a couple hits off on some units. That's what it looks like it's going to happen, but I think those Marauders have concussive shell. This Stalker might go down. No, he just makes it through these wheats here. I'm not sure exactly what these are called. I don't know what grows in, I guess, hell. Yeah, but you can't see past those wheats. And it looks like KawaiiRice realizes that TT1 is a little bit outmatched right now, so he is going to march up here. He is going to try to take down that Stalker, but the Stalker does scurry away. The Zealot about to take fire. One Marine sliced and one Marauder dead. KawaiiRice definitely did not win on that exchange. TT1 with two very weak units. And they're still... I'm surprised that KawaiiRice was not able to snipe down at least one of them. Maybe he thought he was going to lose more units on that exchange, but yeah, KawaiiRice definitely down 2 units right now. TT1 has actually 3 units. TT1 has not lost anything yet. So we do see a factory and a starport, so probably we are going to see medevacs from KawaiiRice. He might build a reactor on his factory and then lift it off and exchange that for his starport. You do see that quite often. There goes the reactor, so yeah, that's probably what we are going to see. I don't think he's going to be pumping out Hellions from his factory, because against a Stalker heavy build, and probably is expecting Immortals. Against a Stalker heavy and Immortal heavy build, you definitely don't want to go Hellions, so we're probably going to see medevacs there. TT1 looking like he is going to try to eventually make his way around both of these destructible rocks to maybe go for a backdoor attack on KawaiiRice. KawaiiRice taking this Xel'Naga watchtower right here, and on this map, since it is so small, it's absolutely crucial to take the Xel'Naga watchtower. We really get tons of information. The only thing that he can't see is what TT1 is doing right now, which is taking out these destructible rocks. So yeah, we do see a medevac being constructed here, so we are going to see Marine Marauder medevac for KawaiiRice, pretty standard against Protoss ground. And we do see an observer. We don't see an immortal yet, but I think that's probably what we are going to see soon. 3 sentries being warped in as well. Looking at this army right now, it's 6 Marauders and 7 Marines against 7 Stalkers, a Zealot, and 3 Sentries. Also this medevac. I think TT1 might be, these armies are pretty well matched, but with some good micro, with those Sentries, he might actually be able to take out this force. However, his Sentries aren't here yet. He probably is waiting for this Immortal to come out. This Observer scoping out, seeing where he can attack. KawaiiRice is still in his base, but he doesn't see this attack coming right now. He is bunkering up, so he might be anticipating some kind of push, at least from an Immortal. Since he doesn't have Ghosts, yeah, he definitely is going to need some kind of defense to counter Immortals if that's what he is expecting. These dropships are loaded up, but the Stalkers are trying to make their way in here, but it doesn't seem like KawaiiRice does see those units. No, he doesn't. He just sees them right now, so he is going to be moving back a little bit. It's really up to TT1 right now what he wants to do. Does he defend, or do these guys decide to go for a base race? I think we are going to see a base race. KawaiiRice is taking out these probes. One Immortal only here to defend, but it's going to go down quick. And all these probes are taking a lot of damage. The probes running right in front of this Terran army. And TT1 is trying to do the same thing, trying to even up the ante and pretty much go for a base race. As I said, I think this Nexus is going to be sniped down soon enough. Both of these players are going for a base race. Probes running across the field. That is crazy what's happening right now. I think TT1 is in a dangerous position right now. KawaiiRice definitely does have a little bit more defense. He does have this Marauder here. The bunker finally does go down, but TT1 is going to lose some units. There are tons of SCVs to protect this Marauder, so he can just kind of chill back and fire his grenades at these Zealots as much as he wants. These Zealots are going to go down, but the SCVs are down. He really doesn't have a lot to rebuild with. He just has this command center, and the defense for the Terran army is finally going to go down. So it looks like KawaiiRice did what he had to do here. The Nexus has been destroyed, but TT1 is building a Nexus in KawaiiRice's old base. This is ridiculous what's happening right now. Where's KawaiiRice going to decide to land, because TT1 is following him. He does have his observer on this command center. It looks like the dropships are coming back to defend. I think right now TT1's army is a little bit outmatched for these dropships. So TT1 might be in a lot of trouble if he does decide to drop in on here, but if these Stalkers can catch those dropships, then he might also be in a lot of trouble as well. KawaiiRice, however, he is able to lift off most of his base and salvage a lot of his tech. TT1, however, was not, so KawaiiRice does have the tech advantage, but TT1 definitely does have the macro potential, because he was able to save 16 probes as opposed to KawaiiRice, who was only able to save about 1 SCV. KawaiiRice unloading his troops, he feels like it's kind of dangerous right now to be loaded up in those dropships, and I definitely agree with him. If those Stalkers do catch those dropships, he could lose a large amount of his force. So TT1 already having a base, he's definitely up on the income. Well, actually, with those mules, he is not, but that's going to change soon. Once this base does become more saturated, he's going to be able to rebuild faster than KawaiiRice. KawaiiRice, like I said, does have the tech advantage, so if he does want to try to go some kind of advanced units, maybe